Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and I am so happy to have you joining me today. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of my Halloween decorate with me. We're going to be decorating my living room as well as my entryway, and I am so excited to have you joining me. Right now, I'm just giving you a quick look at all of the goodies I have found this year. I decided that after 15 years, it was time to get some new items. So here's stuff that I had from the past. A couple of things in here we're going to hold on to and use again, but it was time to get a lot of some new items. And this house is much bigger than the house we had in Las Vegas, so lots more spaces to decorate. We're gonna get started in my family room, and I'm just removing items from this buffet table that I purchased at World Market. And I am getting started on the top here. So this little black tree I purchased in the dollar section at Target 100 years ago. In fact, I think it even had like little orange and black bell ornaments that went with it. And I've kept it all these years. I like it just for some color. I thought about going to Michael's and getting some new Halloween style florals, but these are perfectly fine. Lion is checking them out. He thought that they looked delicious and chewable, but as you saw there, I gave him the boot. I didn't want him to hurt his tummy by trying to eat these items. So got him off of the top of the buffet there, and I just added it into that galvanized tin. And then I had this sweet little copper jack-o'-lantern bucket. This I purchased in October of 2020, and I was staying with my in-laws at the time while our house was being built. So we didn't get to use it, but I am obsessed with it. It is so very pretty. I put a little pothos plant in there and then grabbed that sweet little wooden ghost that I picked up at Home Goods. The other side of the buffet here, I'm adding in that sweet ceramic ghost there that says trick or treat, also from Home Goods, and a little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern from the Dollar Tree. And then down here on the bottom, I'm bringing in another one of those metal jack-o'-lanterns. This also is from Home Goods. I purchased this a couple years ago. I love the scalloped edge on this, and I decided to bring in this really pretty Dracaena plant, and this was in the window in my dining room, and I just think it looks so cute. It looks like hair. I just thought it was really pretty, and so I added that there. And then I'm bringing in a pillow, so I decided to kind of just move things around. If you are new to my Decorate With Me videos, this is what I do. I put things in, I move them around, I move them again, I take them down. It's just kind of the name of the game. So I put in that Hey Boo pillow there, which is also from Home Goods, as well as that little pumpkin from the Dollar Tree 100 years ago. On the other side, I am putting in this really sweet little ghost pillow that I picked up at Walmart. I think it was $6.97. And then I have this boo sign. I don't remember where I got this. This I've had for probably the past 10 years. But I thought it was really cute and brought in some nice color. It is wood, so I did like that as well. Also just moving around that pothos in the back there. And I think we are almost done with the buffet. So next up, I'm going to pull in this pom-pom garland I picked up at Walmart. Now, I will say that this garland is really small. So when I picked it up, I just had the intention of kind of layering it in areas just to bring in some of the color. And I love a good pom-pom. You can't go wrong. I think it just adds a nice touch on anything. However, it is really small. So I thought, you know, it would be a little bit bigger than this. However, it's really, really small. So I'm kind of just tucking it into the drawers here on my buffet. And I decided just to layer it. I love to layer bunting like this. I just think it adds a really pretty touch. So we're going to get this situated and then we'll be able to move on. Down there on the bottom, you notice that's Luna. What's so funny is she was so interested in checking out the Dracaena plant. However, I've had it for, I don't know, the past 6 months, but it was in a new place. So she thought she would check it out. Luckily enough, my cats don't eat my plants, but they still like to sniff around and see what's going on. Next up, we're going to move to this little shelf here in my family room. I do have a video, excuse me, of Danny and I putting this up. We did this earlier this summer, and I am in love with this wall. I cannot wait to decorate it for Christmas. Honestly, that's why we built it, so that we could hang our stockings here. But I love this space. So I decided to take a bunch of stuff down and then kind of pull it all down to clean it off. As I was taking things down, I realized it was pretty dusty. So I decided to take everything down and figured we could just start fresh with some new Halloween decor. So I'm just going to take everything down, and I'm putting things in that little laundry basket because when the holidays are all said and done, I want to put things back up. But for now, I'm just going to give this a really good clean, and then we'll get it all decked out for Halloween. To get started redecorating the shelf, I'm going to put the pothos plant up first. This is one of my propagated pothos, and I do have a video on my Instagram about how to propagate your plants to turn one into many. You have to check that out. You can follow me at Charlotte Grove Farmhouse on Instagram. But I'm putting up the green plant first. That's always where I start. And then we're going to go into adding in a little bit of height and adding in a little bit of the Halloween decor. So first things first, I want to bring in this little faux window. That's from the Target dollar spot last Christmas, I believe. And then I have that little house there from Hobby Lobby that I spray painted black, as well as that candlestick from TJ Maxx. I'm also realizing that my plant is a little bit floppy, so I just went out to my garage and grabbed a little bit of a bamboo stick and stuck it into my plant and just kind of draped it over it so that it would give it a little bit of height. But pothos plants are, trailers, so you're going to get some leaves that do trail. So now I'm just going to kind of mess around with some decor pieces that I knew I wanted over here, but I'm not exactly sure how and in what order. So I'm just going to kind of move things around a lot. I knew that I did want to hang my sweet little witch boots that I purchased at the Salem Witch Museum. I wanted to hang those here, so I figured I would kind of make like a whole little witch area. So I picked up this little broom from Michael's that says Boo. It's so cute, and it's got like a little plastic piece underneath that allows it to stand up on its own. And then I also picked up this little Hocus Pocus sign here from Walmart. I'm not super crazy about the color of the wood frame around the Hocus Pocus sign, but I didn't really feel like painting it. It is something I'm considering, but we'll leave it for now. And then I'm just kind of adding in a little bit more pieces, like little filler pieces. Wanted to bring in a little bit of color. It was a lot of black, but I was trying to keep it pretty neutral for the most part, just blacks and oranges and wood tones, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm putting this little basket back up here. This is from Hobby Lobby. They do still have this basket. I see it there all the time. And then I'm bringing in these black roses that I purchased from, I don't know, maybe the 99-cent store like 100 years ago. I just popped a piece off and I tried to put it back on. It did not go back on, but it's really old, so there is that. But I just thought that they added a fun little Halloween element to this basket that I love so very much. And we're also going to hang those sweet little boots, like I said, that I got from the Salem Witch Museum here. I have been so excited to put these up since I bought them. I'm hanging them on the same peg that the basket is hanging on, so that they're kind of just layered on top of the basket, and I love how that turned out. Moving to the other side, again, I'm going to start with a green element. I definitely wanted some kind of plant. Those are faux eucalyptus from Michaels, and the vase is also from Michaels. And then I'm adding in a couple of little height pieces. So I've got that little chair there purchased from Michaels that I spray painted black, as well as that little house piece from the Target dollar spot many moons ago. And then I've got that little glass jack-o'-lantern from the Dollar Tree that I put on top of the chair. And then that wooden boo sign that does not stay there. I did realize as I was decorating, I have a lot of decorative items that say boo. And I think that's because I always am a sucker for things with a ghost. Like that's my number one go-to is ghost. And you'll notice I have a lot of ghost items and ghosts say boo. So that's what you're going to see. But I didn't want to put too many boo items right next to each other. So then I also have this sweet little piece here from the Target dollar spot. I'm putting in a cute little ghost that I got at the Dollar Tree a million years ago. It is like a little candle holder. You can put a candle in there. And then I'm also putting up this sign that I did just purchase this year from the Dollar Tree that says a spooky witch and her boo haunt here. Thought it was cute. Again, with the boo. It's the word of the day. So now I'm just kind of messing with everything and making sure that it all looks good and doesn't need any fluffing. And I am obsessed with how this shelf turned out. Next up, we're going to move into my family room, and my intention here is to put up a bunch of those same little plastic ghosts that I purchased from Amazon. I do have them linked in my Amazon storefront, and I'll try to link them for you down in the description box below. They were extremely affordable, and you get a ton of them. They also come with little raised like sticker pieces that you can use. However, I read in the comments that the stickers will peel off your paint. So I am not using those pieces, although it would have been so much faster. And I am just using some washi tape. And I keep kind of stepping back to look to make sure that it's looking all right. And if you notice underneath my sideboard, I do have a little buddy with me. That's Luna. She follows me everywhere. When I am filming, she's like my little buddy. It's either her or Charlie. They take turns. Charlie was sleeping this day, so it was on Luna. And I'm sorry that the camera keeps coming in and out, but it wasn't focusing on me for some reason the entire time. But I am obsessed with how this turned out. I just love the spooky feel that it gives when we're all snuggled up on the couch watching a movie. It just feels like, you know, Halloween, and it's such a short season and goes so fast. I love to have all these little touches, and my kids love these memories too. Halloween is definitely a major favorite here in our house. What about yours? Do you guys love Halloween? Next up, we're going to work on decorating the top of the sideboard. And this I, again, just kind of played around with. I did not go into decorating today with any real ideas of what I wanted, except for a couple of things. One being those little boots. I knew those were getting hung there. And the bats. I knew I wanted the bats. So other than that, I didn't really have an idea. It was kind of just me playing around and moving things around. So in this little corner over here, I'm bringing in that sweet ghost that I purchased at Home Goods. And I also brought in a little cauldron and put a little snake plant inside. I thought it kind of looked like smoke. It was fun. Little play on, you know, a cauldron and smoke. And then I brought in that lantern there that is from Walmart, and it was in my guest room. And I put the little boo sign here. I thought that was really cute. Brought in some warmth, and I just kind of trailed my pothos around it. just to kind of make room for it. This pothos is big, but I love it. I love how it trails here, and I'm just picking off some dead pieces. And then finally, we're going to add in some bunting. So again, I think I've already told you I am a major sucker for bunting, and this is bunting I've had for a long time. So this I've probably had for like 5 or 6 years, and I think it's adorable. I think the paper bunting that you're going to see me put up first, I want to say I picked that up at Michael's a few years ago. May have come from the Target dollar spot. I can't remember. But I just like the 3D element that it has. Remember when pinwheels were like a really big thing, you know, on your bunting? I don't know. It looks like something I could have made myself, but, you know, with my Cricut, but I didn't. And then I'm also going to hang up some pom-pom bunting, and I'm also going to start putting up the pumpkin pom-poms. However, they don't stay. It just looked like a little too much. So I like to layer my bunting, but I don't like it to get too crazy busy. Moving over to where I have my Monstera plant and this vintage picture frame, I am just picking up that picture there that was from Michael's. I'll put it back for Thanksgiving. So a lot of these items are going to come back out. They're just going away for a little while. But I just wanted to give a little vacuum over here. This is where my cats have their scratching pad, and so I'm just kind of vacuuming that up. And then I'm going to bring over a pillow that I purchased in the Target dollar spot. And I have this sweet little vintage chair that I picked up at an antique shop, and I love it. I originally bought it thinking I'd put a plant on it, but it's where I put my Alexa. And so I had put it on the floor, but it just looked too messy. So then I put it again on the floor, tried to tuck it in, but you could see it from everywhere in the house, and I didn't like that. So I did end up putting it right back on the chair and just put it underneath the pillow, and it's been working perfectly fine. That pillow is from the Target dollar spot, and it says, "Let's cuddle and watch scary movies," and I love it. Moving into my front entry, we're going to start by, again, putting up some more of these bats. I put up a good amount, and throughout my kitchen, my family room, and the entryway, and I still have a ton left. Again, I used washi tape just to make sure I didn't pull any paint off the walls. Like I said, I read that in the reviews. I don't know if it's true. I haven't tried it. They're probably fine for some. My paint is really fragile. It definitely chips at, just bumping into it. So I didn't want to risk it. So we're just using some rolled up washi tape, and that seemed to do the job. Once I got the bats up, I decided I wanted to kind of neutralize the palette. So I'm just taking off a lot of the fall items, and we're gonna redo the tiered tray a little bit, and we're just gonna try to bring in some spooky elements. So I have this really cool tree candle holder that I've had forever. I couldn't even tell you where I got it. And I also brought in a little bit of green eucalyptus. Again, I like to have green. I just think it kind of anchors the space. And so I brought that in. That's faux eucalyptus, and that little pitcher I got at Walmart. And then the Autumn Harvest sign is from the Target Dollar Spot. And this Too Cute to Spook sign, I believe is from Michael's. It's definitely an older piece. And then this little jack-o'-lantern candy bowl here, I believe I got at Ross 100 years ago. So now we're moving on to the tiered tray. I'm starting off by removing anything that is, too fall related. The only thing I'm not going to remove is the little pumpkin pie banner. And that's because I just don't want to have to reapply it. I am going to put it back up, so it's just going to stay there for now. Ideally, I would put something else, but I don't have anything else. I like the color that it brings, and I'm just going to leave it. So I added in that little ghost, which is from Home Goods, and that little cauldron, which is from Walmart, along with those straws from Walmart. And I'm also bringing in this cute little boo sign. I did pick up some items from Amazon. I did get this little tiered tray set. That's one of the pieces from it. I'll have it linked for you down below. It was really affordable. And then I'm also bringing in this little wooden tag. I found this in the dollar section at Target. It's a cute little tag that has a pumpkin on it. I'm just tying the ribbon just to give it some color. It's hard to see the pumpkin from, where this angle is, but it's there. It's cute. And I like the wood tone that it brings. And then I'm putting in that little pumpkin from the Dollar Tree and this tiny little faux plant from Michael's. Moving to the top, again, I'm just starting by removing stuff that is, fall related. And I have my Hoya plant there. I have that little wood tabletop piece from Hobby Lobby. And then I've got that little pitcher from IKEA. And I removed the yellow flowers and decided to put a few of those straws in there for color. They fell in really far, so then I put in a little piece of paper towel and then put the things on top of it just to give it some height. And then I started to play with putting pieces back in. So I had this little 31 from that little tiered tray kit that I bought on Amazon. I love that little 31. I think it's cute. And then I also brought in this cupcake stand from Hobby Lobby. I wanted to have a place to add more height. And again, I'm just kind of moving things around. I like this wooden piece, even though it's not necessary. I like that it brings, a wood warm element to the tray. So I didn't want to take it off. However, I just needed it to kind of move. So I put it in the back. And then I just played with the Hoya plant until I was able to put the 31 back. I love that little 31. It's so cute. And it is all wooden, which I love. And then I'm also adding in this fuzzy pumpkin from the Target Dollar Spot onto that little tray. And I'm just pushing things around to get everything to fit. And then I had that little ghost tag also from the Target Dollar Spot. So I just tossed that in there. Put a little piece of washi tape underneath this pumpkin to get it to stick, and that tiered tray is done. Moving on to this little area right by my front door where we hang our keys. I had this sweet little sign from Michael's that says, "Bring your own broom." And then we're going back over to the peg rails, and I'm adding in this cute little ghost blanket that I picked up at Home Goods, and that wraps it up for all of my Halloween decor in the rest of my house. And that's it for this Decorate With Me, my friends. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on part 2 of my Halloween Decorate With Me. Make sure you come back next week for my front porch and outside decorating. I am beyond excited for that video, and I know you guys are going to love it. If you have any questions about any of the items I showed today, just leave the questions down in the comments below. I'll make sure to get back to you. I'll try to link everything I can that's from Amazon, either in my Amazon storefront or in the description box below. And make sure that you subscribe and come back for more. I post new videos every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I would love to have you come back and join me again if you enjoyed this video. Until the next one, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you very soon. Take care.